Mount Armats, known in Islamic sources as Jabal ar Ruma or Jabal ar Rumat is one of the most significant historical places associated with the life of the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, and the early history of Islam. It is located north of Medina, in modern Saudi Arabia, and forever went down in history thanks to the events that occurred during the Battle of Uhud, one of the key battles between Muslims and Quraysh. This mountain has become a symbol of both heroism and a bitter lesson for the Muslim Ummah. Before the battle, the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, posted on its slopes a detachment of 50 archers under the command of Abdullah ibn Jubayr, may Allah be pleased with him, giving them a strict order to not leave their positions under any circumstances. Their task was critically important: to protect the rear of the Muslim army from a possible bypass by the enemy. Initially, the battle took shape in favor of Muslims, and when the Quraysh began to retreat, some of the archers, seeing this, decided that the victory had already been won, and contrary to a direct ban, she left the mountain, trying to collect trophies. However, this decision turned out to be fatal. The cavalry of the Quraysh under the command of Khalid ibn al-Walid, who was not yet a Muslim, took advantage of the weakening of positions and struck the rear, which led to heavy losses among Muslims. In this battle, many associates were killed, including the uncle of the Prophet Hamza ibn Abdul Muttalib, may Allah be pleased with him, and the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings be upon him, was wounded. This event was a harsh test for Muslims and an important lesson for all times. It showed how the disobedience of the order manifested due to haste or thirst for worldly benefits can lead to serious consequences. In the Quran, verses are devoted to this, reminiscent of believers of the need for patience, discipline and complete trust in Allah and His Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him. The history of the mountains of archers teaches Muslims that the victory is given not only by number and strength, but primarily fidelity, unity and strict adherence to the instructions of managers acting in accordance with the will of the Almighty. Today, Mount Buchnikov remains an important place for pilgrims visiting Medina. Many rise to her slopes to see with their own eyes the place where these dramatic events unfolded, and to comprehend their spiritual meaning deeper. From the top, a view of the Uhud Valley opens, where the battle took place, and at the foot there is a cemetery, where the martyrs that fell in that battle are buried. Their graves are visited by believers, reading a dua for them and thinking about the greatness of their victim. Mount Armats is not just a hill in the desert, but a living reminder of the eternal truths of Islam. It symbolizes the importance of discipline, the danger of disobedience and the need for resistance in faith. Her story inspires Muslims to extract lessons from the past, to strengthen in humility to Allah and remember that true success is only from Him. Everyone who visits this place feels a special spiritual connection with those events and understands that the tests of the first Muslims were not in vain. They laid the foundations of the great Ummah, which we are today. Thus, Mount Buchnikov remains not only a geographical point, but also an important spiritual guideline, reminiscent of every believer of the value of obedience, patience and trust in Allah. Her lessons are relevant at all times, and Muslims, studying the history of this place, can draw important conclusions for themselves, strengthening their faith and striving for the content of the Almighty in all their affairs.